with a lot of expectation, because when you have the league MVP, when you have a player of that magnitude, when a superstar of that degree, there's a lot of expectation to win. When you have one of the best defensive teams in the league, right? When you have comparable pieces to the other team, did he wilt under pressure? Did he choke? Based on his own words.
You asking me?
Now, if you answer that direct question, yeah, he fumbled.
He choked. No, not fumbled. He choked.
Yeah. I'm talking now. But see, you asked me about what Gio thoughts was. I'm not gonna answer a question and y'all hold on. The
only reason why I asked you, the only reason why I asked you about what he said was, and somebody has background noise, because what we say is, when we take your logic and apply it to others, it needs to also hold the same weight. You can't dance around it. If wilting under pressure, if folding under pressure is what is choking for LeBron, then folding under pressure needs to be the same for Jordan. By that same definition, Jordan himself admitted the pressure was too much for me in 1988. By that same logic, he choked. Why do people start dancing around the definition when we have to correlate it to Jordan? But when it comes to LeBron, yeah, he choked quick, and you start running off bad game, bitch, 8 points. You start running off everything. But when it comes to Jordan, I don't remember the game. I didn't watch, and man, my TV was broke, or so, all this extra stuff, bro. It's the difference, same thing, bro.
The main difference is
now's the difference.
No, I just feel like
it's the main difference.
No, the difference is with 2011. LeBron James did drop off to almost 10 points, right, from 26 a game to 17, right? So from
numbers dropped
too. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, but here's the difference though. LeBron James
no
got
difference. Drop is a drop.
No, I agree. No, I agree. But here's what I'm trying to state to you. LeBron James also had two other, players over there that could shot create. Hold on. LeBron James had Dwayne Wade over there. He had Chris Bosh, right?
Mm-hmm. Jordan had Charles Oakley. Jordan had Scottie Pippen coming off the bench. Jordan had Horace Grant coming off the bench. Jordan had St. Vincent. Jordan had a whole bunch. Jordan. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Did Jordan have a player? Jordan did have a player who dropped 27 points in one half, didn't he?
Ooh.
Oh, now you don't know. Now all of a sudden, the only game that they won. No,
listen. That's right. Look. Look. Even team.
Now you just don't know these players.
Can I make my point?
All of a sudden they bums because you don't know them.
Oh no, I just want to make my point, and then I'll hear your retort to you. So just real quickly, we know Dwayne. They didn't have anybody on the level.
How about this? How about you just tell us what choking is? Define it first.
Hold on. Okay, so I don't get to make my point then, because you know it's going to cook
it. Can't make a point if we don't. How can he make a point? We don't even know what choking is. He hasn't even
told you. He's explaining it to you. He's explaining. Let him explain.
He can't explain it. No, he needs to define it so we can see if his explanation.
I'm going to define it. He's going to define it, Lamar.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get to that. Just let me have it.
Come on, Gio.
So the 88. Listen. I'm a Brian fan again. I'm with you guys most of the time, but I think you guys are really. Okay, so again. Michael Jordan in 1988 did not have a player on his team on the stature of a Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh. Scottie Pippen was not that in 1988. He was Scottie Pippen. Horace Grant is not on the level of Chris Bosh. Okay? That's just a fact. Y'all can sit here till the cows come home and say whatever you want. Michael Jordan didn't have no other secondary shot creator in 88. You just said Charles Oakley when I said D Wade. That's bad. Y'all know that. I don't know what y'all up here saying, bro.
Let me ask you this.
I'm a Brian fan.
Let me ask you this, Joe. Who on Detroit was as good as Dirk Nowitzki in 2011?
Who on Detroit was as good as Dirk Nowitzki in 2011? I mean, you would have to say Isaiah Thomas. You'd have to say Isaiah Thomas.
You sure about that? Averaging 19 points and 7 assists?
I would say the only look. I'm not gonna get into who, because then that's gonna go down a whole rabbit hole. I'm just say the only.
I know. I mean, you just went down this rabbit hole for the Heat, and the thing about why we go down that competition, because that's a part of the.
Okay, then so I just put it like this. I'll just put it like this. 88 was the first year of the Bad Boy Pistons, and then was ascending to the NBA Finals, correct?
No, I'm asking you, who is as good as Dirk Nowitzki from the 2011 Dirk Nowitzki and the 1988 Pistons? Who is as good as Dirk?
Okay, so again, you would have to say Isaiah Thomas. That'd be the only player that would be in the combo with Dirk.
Okay, who's as good as Tyson Chandler?
Who's as good as Tyson? Tyson Chandler wasn't no star player. Tyson Chandler was a defensive anchor.
He was an all-defensive player, so he was a
defensive anchor.
He was an all-defensive player.
Tyson Chandler wasn't better than Joe Dumars. He wasn't better than Joe Dumars. He wasn't better than Mark Aguirre. He wasn't better than niggas.
Mark Aguirre was on that team. Are you saying all
the players are better than Tyson
Chandler? Anchor is not better than
Joe Dumars is better than Tyson Chandler.
Bill Lambier is not better than Tyson Chandler.
Based on what? What did Joe Dumars do in 1988 to be better than Tyson Chandler?
Joe Dumars is a top 75 player. Tyson Chandler ain't even a top.
Scottie Pippen's a top 75 player.
Listen,
Scottie Pippen's a top 75 player.
Yes.
Joe
Dumars is better. Tyson Chandler was a defensive anchor, brother. That's like me sitting here telling you.
And what was Joe Dumars? In 1980?
Joe Dumars was
please let me play the funeral music. Please.
That was the beginning of.
No, he wasn't. What was Joe Dumars averaging in 1988? What was his average?
Again, that's the first year they ascended to the final. So
that's the year we're talking about, Gio. That's the year we're talking about, Gio.
Dumars is better than Tyson Chandler, man. Like, you ain't gonna get nobody up there Tyson Chandler better than
asking other people why. You have to explain why. I can't talk to the music off.
What's Tyson Chandler, nigga?
How was he better than Tyson Chandler? What did he average as an offensive player? Because he wasn't better defensively. So what did he do offensively?
But you're comparing a center to a shooting guard. So again, of course,
you compare a center to a shooting guard. I asked you to bring me somebody that was better than Tyson.
I'm saying that Joe Dumars. There's never been a point in time in Tyson Chandler's career or life that he's ever been better than Joe Dumars on the court.
In 1988, he was better than Joe Dumars.
No, he was not. He was. No, he was not. And how you're basing that off of what? I'm standing under the rim.
The fact that he was on the all-defensive team. That's what he was. He was one of the best defensive players.
That don't make you better. If that's the case. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll let you.
No. Go ahead. Say it. Yes, of course I know.
All defensive. Okay, make it all. Yeah, he was a defensive anchor, but that's all Tyson Chandler was. Tyson Chandler couldn't give you 20 points a night. Tyson Chandler
he was a robber. He had one of the best shooting. He was one of the best true shooting percentage players in the league, which means his efficiency in scoring was one of the best.
Yeah, because he's barely taking shots. Tyson Chandler ain't no offensive
shots. With the shots that he's taking, he's the most efficient at it. That's the point.
He's not a scorer.
So I'm giving you two aspects.
I'm trying to tell me Joakim Noah is a scorer. Like,
no, I didn't say that. Did Joakim Noah lead the league in true shooting and field goal percentage like Tyson Chandler?
Man, look, Joakim Noah is better than Tyson Chandler. That's what I'm saying. Tyson Chandler is a role player.
I'm giving you two aspects. I'm giving you two aspects of Tyson Chandler's game that shows you he's an elite on the offensive side, and he's not only is he elite as far as the scoring ability that he has, but he's also in the elite in the ability to set screens for the team, and he's an elite defensive anchor. What was Joe Dumars in 1988?
Again, Joe Dumars is one of the primary scoring options along with Isaiah Thomas.
How many points did he average in 1988? How many points did he average?
He's another shot creator.
How many points did he average in 1988?
I'd have to pull it up on my computer.
So you saying this without knowing this? So you saying this without knowing?
No, I do know. I know that he was a secondary shot creator. You feel me?
What does it mean to be a shot creator? Okay, so let me ask you this: Who's better than Jason? Okay, all right, who's better than Jason? Who's better than Jason Terry on the Detroit Pistons in 1988?
Again, I'd have to look at Dumars numbers. Actually,
okay, who's better than Jason Kidd from 2011? Jason Kidd on Detroit.
Don't say you too old.
Everybody except Bill Lambier.
Jason Kidd.
Yes, that old ass.
Because he's old. They're gonna say
the old Jason Kidd.
I told you. It's predictable.
Who's better than Sean Marion?
Sean Marion was old.
They gonna say he old too. I told you.
He was old.
Predictable.
Mark Aguirre.
They're predictable.
The whole starting line. Dennis Rodman better.
Wow.
Yes.
What? Yes. Wow. Let me ask you a question. Yes. Do you know that Joe Dumars only averaged one more point than Charles Oakley did in 1988?
And one more time, I'm gonna tell you this. So are you insinuating that Charles Oakley is a scorer like Joe Dumars is? Yes or no?
In 1988, to score 13 points in a league where Jordan's taking 25 shots.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh, you want to go to the playoffs?
You gonna look it up?
Let's go to it's worse for the playoffs because Joe Dumars averaged 12 points in the playoffs. It's even worse for Joe Dumars. Even worse for Joe Dumars.
You don't know who Joe Dumars is.
No, he don't know 1988. He doesn't know 1988 basketball. This is why I was telling y'all. I was going to tell y'all why I found out about Michael Jordan choking in 1988. What are you talking about? Dennis and Charles Oakley was one of the best rebounders in the NBA in 1988.
Okay, it says Joe Dumars averaged 18.2 points during that playoff run. Now in the finals, if you're talking about the finals, he did average 13. But
that's a lie, sir.
For the entirety,
Joe Dumars averaged 12 points in 1988 playoffs, sir.
It says 18.2. So unless this is incorrect,
where do you see him average 18.2?
1988 playoffs, Joe Dumars averaged 11.2 points, 4.6 assists, and 2.3 rebounds.
Okay, so
that was in the finals. Hold on.
It must be wrong.
Hold on. That was his finals for the entire playoffs. He averaged
18.2.
No, 12.3. 4.9 assists.
He averaged 12.
45. I'm looking at it right now on Basketball Reference. The man averaged 12 points in the playoffs in 23 games. Man. He took 10 shots per game. He averaged 12 points in the playoffs. On a team that was sharing the ball with players. Unlike Charles Oakley, who didn't have a guy who was willing to share the ball, he averaged in the playoffs. Charles Oakley was averaging a double-double, 10 and 13. So Charles Oakley is better than Joe Dumars. He's averaging a double-double.
Okay, well, I'm looking at it. It says 1988 and 20. He played 20 games. It says 18.2. That's what it says.
He played 23 games.
You're not looking at basketball. I don't know where you're looking at. It's not on Basketball.
Bro. Not looking.
What are you looking at? Hold on. What are you looking at?
It's ChatGPT.
Oh. Okay. Well, let me tell you something, Gio. Only Lamar's ChatGPT is smart.
I mean,
Joe Dumars averaged 2 more points than Charles Oakley did, taking 1 more shot. And Charles Oakley was a better rebounder and defender than he was.
Yeah. Well, again, are you insinuating that Charles Oakley is a better scorer than Joe Dumars? That's what I'm asking you.
In 88,
in 1988, he was just as good. He was just as good as Joe Dumars in 1988.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he
was just as good.
Are you not listening?
He's just as good. And Joe Dumars is only averaging 12 points.
It's right here on the screen.
It's crazy.
It's right there for you.
That's what I said.
It's right there for you. I know. I'm just showing Gio.
12.3.
You must put the wrong year into something, Gio.
Yeah,
I told you that.
And
Charles Oakley in the playoffs averaged 10 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists on shooting 44% from the field, a half a steal, and a half a block. Okay. And being the defensive anchor for the Chicago Bulls' #1 defense.
I know, for sure. I mean, we're getting he's a center. We're talking about a center. I don't get that that's the same reason why his percentage is better, too. He's a center. These dudes are centers. So not a higher percentage.
His percentage isn't actually better. Again, he was playing with somebody who was taking 26 shots per game, so his shots came very limited to him. So to still average double figures while somebody's taking 26 shots per game shows you his ability to be a part of the offense.
But wouldn't you say that, again, they're not giving the ball to Charles Oakley and giving it in like Charles Oakley?
Yes, they have. We've seen him do that. Yes, we've seen.
No, I'm saying majority of his points is coming off. He's grabbing the board, putting it back up, like put back.
That is not true. Hell no. He was hitting jumpers and everything.
He was hitting outside jumpers for the Bulls.
Man, why are y'all trying to make him seem like he's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, bro? Like,
who said he's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Oh, it's like he's averaging 10 points on the
Wow.
Michael Jordan's gravity on the court.
Lie, sir.
Listen, Michael Jordan's gravity on the court.
No,
stop that.
The whole team was on top of him.
That's a lie, Gio.
Jordan had a lot of gravity in 88.
Jordan had no gravity.
Absolutely. The whole team was only scoring option over
there. So why is he taking 26 shots if he has all this gravity?
Because he has to, because there's no other scoring threats over there.
Why is there no other scoring threats?
You're trying to say that Charles Oakley's a scoring option. That's
a lie. No, that's a lie. He had scores. He just never let them score.
I'm a Bron guy. You know what a scoring option is?
What are you
Wade.
talking
That's
about,
a scoring
bro?
option. Chris Bosh.
You just told him the scoring option.
Charles Oakley is not a
scoring option. They have scoring options on Detroit. Detroit didn't have scoring
nasty
options.
up here, man.
Detroit didn't have scoring options.
Oh my God!
Still, again, we still haven't gotten close to. We still haven't gotten close to getting to the root of the conversation. The root of the conversation is, what is your definition of choking?
My definition of choking is Okay, for A, you have to be expected to win. So you have to be ahead or you have to be favored, right? Like for the Warriors in 2016, how they're up 3-1. The game is in the bag. All you got to do is get one more game. You have a 99% chance of winning, and you blow it.
Okay, so you have to have a 99% chance of
winning.
No,
you don't have to have that, but you have to be highly favored. You have to be like basically ahead or, and
based on
basically, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to be favored, yeah. So like the Miami Heat were heavily favored. They were the favorite going into the season. Hold on, brother. They were heavily favored going into the season. They were the number one favorite team when they came together that summer. They jumped over the Lakers and Celtics as far as the favorites to win it all.
Only thing
so
that
most people expected them to win.
Okay, but Gio, only teams are favored. Players aren't favored. So when I'm talking about choking from an individual player perspective, not a team perspective.
Okay,
how does a player choke? What is the definition of a player
well, you
not
underperform. There's a big drop off. You vastly underperform. You're like, for example, LeBron James was the second leading scorer in 2011 behind Kevin Durant. That was the only person who scored more than him, right?
Okay, what else? What else?
LeBron James went from 26
We know
to
what
17.
underperforming is, man. We know
yeah, so that's under. I'm telling you.
What else?
That's the truth. What do you mean?
So what else?
He
okay, so the last time
the scoring?
The last time
so LeBron is the definition of underperforming?
No, he's not. But here's the thing: when you have look. Okay, so underperforming. Here, look. I'm just put it. Real
we know what underperforming is. You don't have to define underperforming. All I'm saying is, so you say being favored, underperforming, and then when you were on here last time, you said the pressure is too much. What did you say? Something like that?
I said yes. I said that LeBron James was the most hated player in 2011. Yeah, he was.
So the pressure. So you saying?
The weight of the world was on his shoulders to get that chip, that first chip. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So by that same definition, did Jordan choke in '88?
I would say Michael Jordan. If you want to say he underperformed slightly, but he didn't underperform like LeBron James. LeBron James had an all-time stinker.
He didn't ask if it was compared to LeBron. He asked if Jordan underperformed.
Yeah, but okay. So when you look, was
this
Michael
is why
Jordan?
You a zesty. LeBron isn't your ghost.
Was Michael Jordan the only person?
Make sure you never see that shit.
Hey, I have a question for the host, and I have a question for you. Was Michael Jordan the only person on the court in 1988?
No, hold on. Gio.
Okay.
I'll answer that.
There were 4 other players for LeBron too.
Yeah, and the players were D-Wade and Bosh.
Okay,
I know, and they were facing Dirk Nowitzki and a better team than
it wasn't a better team, brother.
Johnny, he's trying to make you talk about players again.
No, he's trying to make you talk about players. He can't prove the Detroit Pistons were better than the
Dallas Pistons.
I just want him. Hold on, y'all can have whatever.
4 best players.
Hold on, Gio. You can have whatever.
That's a lie. They don't. Michael Jordan had best players over them.
I'm not asking you about players. Gio, you literally laid out to me. Hold on, Juju. You just said being favored, underperforming, and wilting under pressure.
Yeah, it could be a combination of those 3.
Hold on. I don't care. You said that's what choking is. By that
did all 3 of those.
By that definition, did Jordan choke in '88? Yes or no?
Okay, so folding under pressure.
Jordan said it was too much pressure. Jordan said it was too much pressure.
Check.
That's one.
Okay.
Did he underperform?
If you want to take it for that,
did he underperform?
Yes.
Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay,
if we want to check him? We don't have a choice.
Okay.
No, we don't have a choice.
Okay,
you
that's
said
fine.
dropping.
Look, I could give you that.
Dropping.
Listen.
Did Jordan drop?
Listen, I'll meet
Did
you
Jordan
in the middle. You know what?
Super drop.
He didn't drop.
Did Jordan drop?
What do you
Drop
mean?
top.
That's what
He
I'm saying.
dropped in everything. He dropped in points, field goal percentage.
Bro, it's not black and white. It's not black and white like that. We gotta have context. Hey, we Bron fans, ain't we? We Bron fans, ain't we? We talk about context all the time. So why we leaving out context?
You are not a LeBron fan. You are a Zesty.
Hey, listen.
Lying to us. You are a liar.
No, bro, you're trying to leave out context. There's context. It's not black and white, brother.
Now it's not black and white, but now
it's not black and white. It's not black and white for Bron.
Oh my God, that's
there's
why
context
we know
behind all this shit.
Or there's no context for LeBron.
How does that, brother? I don't care about Michael
You are
Jordan. LeBron James is my favorite player.
You're not a LeBron fan. You don't like.
How are you telling me? That's what I'm saying. Like,
because of what you're saying. So
no, bro, you're just extremely biased.
I am the LeBron fan base leader. I know a fan.
No, you're not leading me. I'm a Bron fan. You're not leading me.
I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. I'm never going to.
No, bro, you're just.
zesty,
extremely.
bro. You're zesty.
No, bro, you gotta be real. You gotta be real here, bro.
He underperformed. He was favored, and he put pressure on himself. So there's a choking for Jordan, and he was the league MVP.
Okay. Go.
He was the league MVP.
Hey, go.
He was the All NBA first team. He was All NBA first team, All Defensive first team, scoring champ. You talking about LeBron being the second leading scorer? Jordan was the leading scorer in the league, and he underperformed.
Okay, look. I can agree and be like, you know what, cool. Now, can we look at the context side of things? When I asked you this 1988,
let's do that.
Hold on, hey Johnny, go down and come back up. Drop and come back up. It's telling me to remove you for some reason. Somebody reported you or something,
bro.
I'm saying, go James Kingdom. Hold on.
I've never seen such tap dancing in my life, Lamont. This is crazy.
Hey, real quick, hold on. I want to wait for Bo to get back up here.
Let Twin Man go, and then I'll come back to you, Gio.
So I heard this conversation from the first time y'all had it. This is the second time y'all had this conversation. And it seems like this guy is, I'm gonna have to call him Sammy Davis Jr. because the tap dancing is real. He doesn't want to admit everything we can literally, he said there's context behind it. You're right. We can literally look at his drop from one series to the next.
Hold on, Twin Man. Somebody reported, Go James Kino, it says for harassment and bullying. It says live visibility is going to be restricted until I remove it.
Oh my
God.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow, that is the most zesty shit.
He only going to be gone for like 10 minutes.
It says 10 minutes. He can come back.
Who's Gio?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Twin Man. Go ahead, Twin Man.
But Lamont, I don't get it. This is his definition. How can you sit here and look at everything he's saying, right? Apply it to LeBron James in 2011 and be reluctant to apply it to Jordan in '88 when he did the exact same thing, and we have his words.
Okay, and
it makes no sense.
Yeah, you know what? This is what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain that it's not black and white. So again, when you look at, because it's not just Michael Jordan. It's not.
But Gio, your criteria.
I can't make my point.
Hold on, Gio. I'm gonna come right back to you. I heard what you said, Twin Man, and the answer to that, Twin Man, is, I believe his criteria, you laid out the criteria. Being favored, that's a black and white question. Who was favored? Underperforming, which you said was dropping. That's a black and white. We could just look to the numbers to see if you dropped. Wilting under pressure. Well, Jordan's own words, I showed you. He said the pressure was too much for me. So again, if you gave black and white criteria that required no context, we just have to look to certain elements. Does he check the box? Were they favored? Yes. Did he underperform or drop statistically? Yes. Hold on one second, y'all. Please hold on one second, Juju. Did he wilt under pressure? According to Jordan's own words, the pressure was too much for me. He literally checks all three boxes. Your criteria is black and white. We're not making it black and white. You dumbed it down. That's why I asked you what is choking, so we can have a definition that we can apply universally. You can't now get mad because once we start applying it universally to everybody and saying that, oh, now we're the ones not using context. We're just using your criteria. That's it. Now, if there's any other elements of your criteria that we need to start incorporating, you have the opportunity to tell us. So, are there any other elements of what you define as choking that you didn't say before?
Not again. It wasn't just LeBron James or Michael Jordan out there on the court. So that's what is choking
then? If choking is if it requires more context, then what are the extra layers that we need to consider?
Okay. You need to consider that, okay, two things can be true, right? Like you could say the Bulls were favored against the Pistons, right? You could say the Heat was favored against the Mavericks, but the Heat was. Come on, dude. You know what I mean? Okay, so again.
Okay, what are the other elements of context that you want us to consider?
So here's the thing. So here,
you don't have to give examples. Just tell us the context.
Okay, the context of what, both these teams.
So we're trying to get your definition of what is choking.
Yeah, I know that
you apply choking to LeBron.
Yes,
but now we're trying to get a definition of what choking is.
Yes,
so you said
so vastly underperforming.
Choking to you,
vastly underperforming.
You said that choking to you is having the team that's favored, underperforming, which is dropping,
vastly underperforming,
wilting under pressure.
No, okay, vastly underperforming. Okay, so.
What is vastly underperforming to you?
Okay, vastly underperforming is, like, for example, with LeBron James 2011 dropping 10 points after being great all the way up until that point.
Okay, so that's an example. What is it? That's an example. Just tell us what it is.
Yeah, so it's performing way under your average. So again, you're looking, for example, Well, I just say LeBron James. Well, no, actually, no. I just say you're playing way below your average. Okay, so we expect you to come out here and do this, and you're not even doing half of that. And that's kind of what LeBron James, when he came out in 11, it just wasn't 17 points per game is not acceptable. That's not acceptable. As a Bron fan, every single person up here, if you like LeBron James, your best player being called the best player in the world and only getting 17 points is unacceptable, brother. I don't care.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Hold on, Gio. Let's stick with what you said.
Is there any context?
Okay, so hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. So, Gio, in Game 1 in 1988 playoffs, Michael Jordan scored 14 points in garbage time to get to his numbers. Did he vastly underperform, or him scoring 14 points in the fourth quarter when the game was a foregone conclusion and they were getting blown out? Did he meet the acceptable threshold of performing because he went out there and scored a whole bunch of points in garbage time?
I would say that the Pistons vastly outperformed the Bulls. Like outside of Michael Jordan, Jordan's the best player on the court.
Bro, listen to my question. Stop saying
I'm answering.
Nothing. Okay, my question is
the Pistons are way better than the Bulls, bro.
Hold on, Michael Jordan scored 14 points to meet his threshold of scoring for you. He scored 14 points in the fourth quarter when the game was a foregone conclusion. They were getting blown out, and his 14 points did not impact winning or losing. For quarters 1, 2, 3, he was held in check, dropping far below his regular season or playoff numbers. But is it acceptable for you for a player to go out there and score a whole bunch of points in garbage time, essentially stat pad, just to get numbers in a game that's already decided?
No. Again, no. If you're stat padding, then no. If you're putting points on the board and just in garbage time, then no. Those points.
So in Game 1, did Jordan drop? But with the understanding that he scored 14 points.
Yeah, but you're trying to railroad me into what you want to say, and I'm not.
No, I'm not. This is your criteria.
Okay, so let's have a real convo because now you're trying to railroad somebody. I'm not trying to do that.
Hold on 1 second. You said vastly underperforming.
Yes.
Jordan, the points that he scored in Game 1, he scored 14 points in garbage time in the fourth quarter. That is the fact. So, based on understanding that he scored 14 points,
yes, you would say that he underperformed
points in garbage time.
Yes, so you want to keep it black and white. Yes.
No. I'm saying you said vastly underperforming. He vastly underperformed, correct?
Yes. If you want to keep it black and white, yes.
But you made it black and white. This is your criteria.
No, because as soon as I start getting ready to say what I'm about to say, I get cut off, and you're like, "Well, this." I'm just saying that Jordan didn't have any other shot creators out there. That's the entire difference, bro. Tell me the next best scorer behind Jordan.
Okay, shot creator. Hold on. So hold on. When you say that he didn't have any shot creators, then why in game two when he decided to pass the ball did Sam Vincent drop 27 points in the first half? The point guard.
Yeah, listen. Everybody, listen. T.J. Warren dropped 50 in the bubble. That don't mean that's the norm.
But you cannot tell me.
You feel me?
You can't tell me. Hold on. You can't
like
tell
everybody
me
has a nice game here and there.
You cannot tell me that he doesn't have shot creators when in game 2, the game that they won, a guy by the name of Sam Vincent, who's won championship, who has championship level experience with the Celtics, a guy that you can count on, drops 27 in the first half, and they win game 2. He relied and he allowed others to help him. Yeah,
that's one game. What did Sam do? What did he do after that? What did Sam Vincent? That's like me talking to you about Boobie Gibson dropping 31. Boobie Gibson don't normally do that.
But I'm saying you can't say
everybody has a nice game every here and there.
Okay, hold on 1 second, man. You are what you're doing because you're putting everybody on this team in the box of being trash when you don't even know who they are.
I didn't say they were trash. I said none of them guys you could give the ball and be like, "Hey, work out."
So how do you know? So what do you know about Sam Vincent's game? The fact that you can't give him the ball to go get a bucket.
Because if Sam Vincent was like like that, right? I'm not saying that in the past or on the Celtics.
He was a starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls. He was like
that's fine. Yeah, bro. I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm saying that you could not give Sam Vincent the ball and be like, "Hey, Sam Vincent, give us 25."
How do you know this and you don't even know who he is?
Again, yes, I do. I know that he was nobody of relevance. If he was somebody of relevance, again, he would have stayed. He would have been on the team. You would know who he is. He's not. He's another role player on the team. That's like me telling you, Boobie Gibson, when they come up here and you say us the Bron, whatever people call it, and they're like, "Oh, Daniel Gibson dropped 31 in Game 6 against the Pistons."
Okay, so
Daniel
Gibson.
Hold on,
You're talking. Hold on, Gio, because I'm unlike Go James Kingdom. I just don't let you go on these long rants about stuff.
Yeah, but you get to go on a rant though.
I'm not ranting. I'm literally just talking about Jordan's.
It's his show.
How are you telling us that Jordan didn't have shot? How are you telling us that Jordan didn't have shot creators when you don't even know who the players on the team are?
Because Sam Vincent is not a shot creator for the 1988 Bulls. Because again, he's not again. If he was a shot creator, he'd be averaging over 20. He'd be averaging over 15, 20 points. He'd have somewhere around that ballpark.
What did he average?
Not 20 points. Not 20 points.
What did he average?
I know Dwayne Wade's a shot creator.
So you're saying that you can only qualify as being a shot creator if you average 20 points?
Bro, he didn't have a shot creator, man. I'm not gonna keep on
because hold on. You just classified Joe Dumars as a shot creator. He wasn't averaging 20 points.
He was.
Right.
But he wasn't averaging 20 points.
Yeah, but Joe again.
He was giving you the same production that Sam Vincent was giving you. He was literally giving you Sam Vincent numbers.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Joe Dumars
Joe Dumars gave Sam Vincent production, but yet he's all of a sudden a shot creator.
Bro, Joe Dumars, the last time. Joe Dumars is an all-time two guard for a reason. He's one of the best two guards of all time. Sam Vincent is not. Sam Vincent, you know what I mean? Like,
talking about 1988, not
yes, again, career. He's talking about one game. If he scored 20,
he doesn't know about 1988, Ronald. He doesn't know.
Man, what are you talking about, bro? That's what I'm saying to you. Like, what are you talking about, gang?
He wasn't that, and
we're trying to figure out what you're talking about.
I'm just like, what's up with all the side busting? Can I finish my statement?
Oh man, this thing.
Yo, we don't know what you're talking about. That's
1988, Gio. Focus on that.
Okay, again.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you Sam Vincent's stats. I'm gonna give you Sam Vincent's stats for each game. All right, game one.
This is sad, man.
Game one, Sam Vincent.
Hey, Lamont.
Sam Vincent. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Let me just read.
Johnny said he
hold
wanted
on, Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me read the stat. I'll let him up. All right. Here. So in game one, Sam Vincent with 4 points. He didn't give much. The Bulls lost.
That's a shot creator.
20 minutes though. He played 20 minutes. Went 2 of 9. Didn't shoot well. Whatever.
Yep.
Game two, they won. The game two, they won. He played 36 minutes, 11 to 17.
She praised Dumars though.
Hold on one second, y'all. I just want him to hear the numbers. Otherwise, he's going to act like he didn't hear them. In game two, he played 36 minutes. One of the first games of the series where he got high volume minutes. He went 11 to 17 from the floor, 64%. Scored 31 points. They won that game. In game three, Sam Vincent in 29 minutes, 3 of 12 from the field, scores 9 points. Game four, Sam Vincent goes 5 of 14 from the field, scores 12 points.
Garbage.
In game five, I know it's garbage. And I'm gonna tell you Joe Dumars numbers as well. I'm gonna give you Joe Dumars numbers.
Yes.
And, and then in the final game that they lost. How do we know who Sam Vincent is? So you're telling me that a guy that's shooting in almost every game over 10 shots isn't considered a shot creator?
No, I'm saying that there's only so many possessions in a basketball game, and somebody has to take the shots outside of MJ. So again, I'm not saying that unless you could prove all these shots were off the dribble or his own shot creation, they weren't set up.
But he was a point guard.
Yeah, but the ball is.
You would clearly see that a lot of the shots that he takes are off the bounce, off the dribble. He's a off the bounce type of guard. He's not a catch and shoot type of guard. He's an off the bounce, on the go type of guard. That's how he plays.
Okay, well
he's not a catch. He's not a Craig Elo. He's not a Mark Price. He's not one of those. He's a guard that gets up the court, off the bounce, quick pull-ups in your face. That's how he played.
Okay, well, he clearly wasn't doing it. He clearly wasn't doing it that serious.
No. There's a difference. There's a difference between making the shots and taking the shots. So again, he took the shots because he's a shot creator. Making the shots is a different conversation. Now, was he efficient? No. But was he creating his own shots? Yes. Was he making shots? Outside of game two, he was not making shots. But out in all of the games, he was creating his own shots. Now, that's in the film, even if you watch, because we'll be watching the games from 1988. We'll see somebody do something crazy. We'll be like, damn. Because he kind of looked like Jordan because the film is so grainy. We'd be like, damn, that wasn't Jordan. That was Sam Vincent. Like, God damn, we didn't know Sam Vincent. Like, he would do stuff in game in that series where it would literally surprise us because he damn near, with the grainy film, kind of looked like Jordan sometimes. That's how good he was when they allowed him to shot create. Now, again, you're talking about the in production. Did he give a lot of production? No. But was he able to create his own shots? Yes. That's the conversation that we're having, shot creation.
Yeah, but when we say shot creation, we mean that you're doing that. Okay, well, I just say this: you're doing it at a productive level. Because again, if you're just saying, "Oh, we're just throwing shots in the air," you're a shot creator. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who's doing it on an elite, efficient level. Somebody who, again, you have to account for on defense, like a Wade, like a Kyrie Irving.
So is Jordan not a good? If Jordan's inefficient, that means if Jordan has a game where he's inefficient, that means he wasn't an elite shot creator that game.
That's not what I'm saying. Not at all. What this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that the defense mainly has to account for Michael Jordan. The rest of those guys, again, you live with those other guys trying to beat you. Because again, we're not going to let Michael Jordan get comfortable, get a rhythm, start scoring 35 on us. We're not going to let that shit happen. And the Pistons, they enforced it. They said, you know what? The rest of the dudes, any good coach, if you just have one singular star like a Michael Jordan, you're going to try to shut him down and force the other guys to beat you like 07.
I'm going to give you Joe Dumars stats versus the Bulls. Hold on, I'm going to give you Joe Dumars stats versus the Bulls. Since Joe Dumars was a shot creator, right?
Go ahead.
So Joe Dumars stats versus the Bulls. Game 1, Joe Dumars, 5 of 10, 12 points. Game 2, Joe Dumars in 34 minutes, 3 of 8, 6 points. Game 3, Joe Dumars 4 of 8, 8 points. In game 4, Joe Dumars in 37 minutes, 12 points. Joe Dumars' best game in that series came in the last game. He played 33 minutes. He had 18 points.
Yes.
So when you look at this, when you look at this series, Sam Vincent had the better single game production. He had 31 in one game. Joe Dumars' best game in this series was 18. Right? Outside of that, if we scratch both of their best games, they're essentially the same player in this series.
No, Lamont. Sam Vincent averaged more points than him in that series.
He did.
So
I'm saying it. I know, but I'm trying.
My shot way better.
Again, and again, there's it's not just
Joe
Dumars.
Joe Dumars shot way better, but Joe Dumars scored less points than him per game. And you guys are asking for Jordan to have an elite score when he never gives nobody the ball to score, taking 24 shots per game.
How did he not get the ball? He just read off that Sam Vincent was taking 15 shots. How did he not?
But no, he just showed you that he's a shot creator by doing such. But when you're asking somebody to be a consistent scorer, he's not going to consistently get those shots in the series. That's what we're trying to explain to you. Jordan's not letting his teammates shoot the basketball
because none of them are scorers.
That's a lie. He can score 31 points. He dropped 31 when you gave him 17
just because you dropped 31 one time does not make you a scorer. If that's the case, Daniel Gibson is a scorer. Is Daniel Gibson a scorer?
And Daniel Gibson would have scored more if Detroit would have played the same defense and they would have had more games. LeBron James was getting him the ball. Why wasn't Jordan getting him the ball? Like you said, they're playing Jordan like that the whole series, and Jordan's giving you 23 points in game 3. Why didn't Jordan go to Sam Vincent in game 3?
Because you'd rather have Michael Jordan shooting a shot and trying to get contact than fucking Sam Vincent.
Okay, so thank you for proving my point.
You'd much rather have Michael Jordan putting up shots.
So thank you for proving my point that Jordan's inability to perform and his underperformance is why his team lost.
His underperformance is based off the fact that his team is fucking cheeks.
No, you just said his team is cheeks. What you just said, don't go to that team. You said Jordan should still be able to perform without his team. He was doing it the whole season, so you can't blame his team for why he didn't perform.
How are you talking about regular season and we're talking about the playoffs?
I'm talking about the playoffs, sir. In the playoffs, Jordan scored 45 points per game just the series before in 5 games, sir.
Yeah.
Jordan averaged 39 points the series prior to that, 87. Yeah. He averaged 45 the series prior to that, 43 the series prior to that. Mm-hmm. So Jordan in the last 3 series prior to playing the Detroit Pistons was averaging over 40 points per game.
Yeah.
So why did he not able to perform the way he normally performs, which is basically 35 points per game? Which if he would have did that, his team would have won the same way.
That Pistons team is a super elite defense. Again, they weren't going to let him.
Based on what, sir? They were not better than the Bulls in 1988. The Bulls were a better team in 1988 defensively.
No, they were not.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
They were.
Yeah, probably because of Michael Jordan. Yeah, probably because of.
So Michael Jordan's the reason why.
Yeah, he was DPOY. Yeah.
So why he let Isaiah Thomas go off? Why he let Isaiah Thomas go off for all these fourth quarters in game 3, 4, and 5?
Well, here's the thing. You got to think. Jordan already has to score all the points. So just the same way that
he wasn't. You said he wasn't. You said he was passing it because they were triple teaming him and double teaming him.
Hold on. If you're expected to carry most of the offensive load.
He didn't get lied.
He been expected to carry most of those.
Okay,
he wasn't expected to. That's what I'm saying. He didn't do that. Exactly. He's expected to, and he didn't do it. So you admit that he underperformed.
What are you talking about, bro?
He's supposed to average 35 and shoot over 50%. That's his output.
Yes, and that's what he came out there.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, he didn't average 35, but he averaged 27.
Did he underperform while his team needed him to perform better?
He averaged 27, so I guess if underperforming is 27, that's most people's
18 points is not underperforming. 18 points is good. 18 points per game is good. That's Reggie Miller's
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
This is where I say that this is where you guys are delusional with me, because again, 18 points per game or 17 points a game for LeBron James.
Sir. It's 18,
is
sir.
not acceptable.
Because you say 27 and he averaged
17.8.
Round it up. 18. Same way you round it to 27.
17.8 is 18 points, sir.
17 points a game, brother.
Gio, you round it to 27.
17.8 is 18 points, sir.
You rounded it to 27, so round it to 18. Be respectful. And you said you were a LeBron fan. LeBron fans don't do that.
Cool. So
he
18.
went from 27 to 18, and Jordan went from 35 to 27. So basically, Jordan underperformed.
So what's the bigger drop?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I agree. Jordan's field goal percentage dropped. His assists dropped. His steals dropped. His blocks dropped. His turnovers went up. That didn't happen for LeBron.
I agree. So real quickly, James. Real quickly. I'm gonna ask you real quickly. Did they give Michael Jordan any open jumpers, any open mid-rangers and three-pointers like they were during LeBron James?
Yes, that was the game plan. Yes, he said it. They don't let me penetrate. They only let me shoot.
No. I'm saying, were they giving him open jumpers?
They were letting Jordan shoot jumpers. They were giving him open jump shots. They were sagging off of Jordan and pushing him left.
Okay, brother.
Yo, Gio, please help me understand what you trying to say, bro. Like, what are you saying, bro?
He's trying to be zesty. Exactly, he's trying to be zesty.
Hey, one more quick point. Again, I want you to answer this, since you've been answering every single thing and you got a retort for everything. I want you to answer
for everything.
Okay, so again, if you have did Michael Jordan have a Dwayne Wade caliber player on the court with him to draw attention? No, it's not no. Oh my God, let's have a real basketball combo. Did he have that type of scoring threat over there to alleviate some of that defensive pressure that he was getting from the Pistons? Yes or no?
Yes, he did have somebody who can help him alleviate the pressure.
No. I said Dwayne Wade, because you know who D Wade is.
There is no Dwayne Wade in 1988 basketball.
Okay, no. I'm saying to you, because you're comparing the 11.
Dwayne Wade in 1988.
Okay, we ain't being real here. Okay, we ain't being real here.
No, because what you're trying
to do. No, you're not being real with me, brother.
Gio,
you're doing this for show.
Gio, stop. Listen, this is what y'all zesties do. You are trying to say because Jordan didn't have help that he still didn't choke. Jordan still choked. Okay, listen.
That's not what I'm saying. How are you telling me what I'm saying?
Gio, that's what we're talking about, Gio. We're talking about Jordan choking. Jordan Jordan had a good enough team to beat a team with no All-NBA player and no All-Defensive player on their roster. They had only one 20-point per game scorer. So that means Jordan didn't need another scorer because the Detroit Pistons themselves didn't have two scorers.
Go. Okay, look. You see I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna say, you know what? Good point. Okay. I'm gonna retort with this, and I need you to answer realistically. And I don't know. I understand this is a show, and I respect y'all's podcast and everything. But answer this real. Look. Answer this on a real note, as a real basketball fan. Okay, so for the 2011 Heat, right? Out of the four best players on the court, do the Heat not have three of the four best players on the court in 2011?
Oh my God.
Do they not have three of the four best players on the court?
That's not how basketball works, sir.
No, brother, I'm not asking you. I didn't say anything to you. I didn't say anything to you.
Listen to me, Gio. Listen to me, Gio. I'm gonna repeat myself because it's the same question.
Brother, it's either yes or no, man.
So no, it's not a yes or no, because now you have to be black and white.
Okay, so you get to put context, but I can't.
No, we let you have context. Your context is still blaming Jordan's teammates. That's your context. Man, that's your context. And then when I blame LeBron's teammates, you tell me that's me being hater. When I tell you Dwayne Wade's 25 points per game is not enough to beat the Dallas Mavericks, the same way you feel like Charles Oakley 13 is enough to beat the Detroit Pistons.
You're comparing D Wade to Charles Oakley.
I'm comparing
am I saying something crazy?
Gio, I am comparing Dallas to Detroit. And that's what you don't want to equate. You keep making it seem like it's the Bulls versus the Heat. It's not the Bulls versus the Heat. It's the Bulls versus Detroit and the Heat versus Dallas. Dallas was a better team than Detroit. Miami was not. Listen, Dallas is a better team than 1988 Detroit. Yes, they are.
I agree with that.
Okay, then
but I'll say this. Look.
Gio, no, don't say shit because I'm not done. Now answer it. This is a yes or no question.
Hold on, no. Hold on, you didn't answer mine though.
So I am.
You didn't answer mine.
I did ask you, sir.
Just go one at a time, y'all. Please just go one at a time.
You have to shut up and listen to me because you keep asking me questions.
Okay, we got to go with your narratives. All right.
No, it's not my narrative because you want to go with your narrative.
You telling me?
Which team? Gio. Which team had an All NBA player on their roster? The Detroit Pistons of 1988 or the 2011 Dallas Mavericks? Which team had that? Unmute yourself, Gio. Answer that question. Which team had the All NBA player? Dallas or Detroit?